Greetings, humanity. Greetings, one and all. I'm Jim, and this is Abject Adventure Gamery. I am here with Lucci. Hello.
Hi.
Ah.
Hi.
What are we? What recreational pharmaceuticals are we sampling today? Is that no?
What do you have?
I have today. I have Zork 2. Strangely enough, it should be an illegal substance. I think I was so horribly addicted to these games when I was a kid.
Sounds like it'll grow on me.
It might. I don't know. I never actually have played. It's one of those things. I thought I played the Zork 2 at some point, but I never did. Did you ever get? Did you ever play any of the further Zorks, or was it just Zork 1?
No, I think it was just Zork 1, and then yeah, I think I played most of some of the adventure games, but yeah.
Yeah. This one, it's like I think I dipped in briefly. I saw the beginning, and that was it. Yeah. So last time we finished Zork 1. After powering our way through the end of through the end of the dungeon there, after repeating it, after beating our heads against the wall regarding time management with our lamp, and we have. I still think we could have done it. It's possible. Anything is possible. One never knows. But now we are picking up the next one. The funny thing, actually, I do have a few notes from things that I forgot to mention that we never really addressed with Zork 1. I'm just going to mention here real quick. First off, the thing that I didn't mention is that so that tube of gunk that was an item that we were so terribly worried about and never used. That's as you may have surmised, that would have been used to repair the boat. If we had it's generally if you step into the boat and you're carrying anything with a point, like the sword or the trident or anything like that, when you enter the boat, then you make a hole in the boat and it deflates and you have to repair it. So that's what the tube of gunk was for. Not all purpose, just one purpose, basically.
If it worked as advertised, I feel like we could have done so much more.
I know, right? And it was magical and everything. It was just one of those things. Not all purpose, in fact. I do remember when I was originally playing it when I was a kid. I did do that. I sat down in it wearing with the sword. I think I had the sword on me, and when I stepped out and I was looking at it, it was like trying to use it, and it wouldn't let me use it. And it was like, what's going on? And it gave me the message, you can't launch. Some moron punctured your boat. They just sort of had to let me figure out that, oh wait, it was what I was carrying. It was an interesting thing. It does have certain similarities to our world, the world of Zork, but it's got Atlantis, Poseidon, things like that in its history. So some sort of some kind of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels very more sort of parallel than anything else. I discovered Muddle does not exist in Massachusetts. That is not a city in the real world in Massachusetts, apparently. So that might be something else.
Okay.
A lot of the sort of the tech level and the sort of, it feels kind of like 1950s-ish to me. Roughly, I don't know if that sort of culturally oddly, or if it's just the developers who are writing at the end of the 70s are just remembering their childhoods or something, or the things they saw on TV growing up or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of rough.
That one I don't know. I was just trying to figure out what around this time frame I did play a lot of, and it's Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master.
So similar premise, all maze type game, but you know, very rudimentary graphics.
Is that one where you're like building a dungeon, or is that something else?
That's something else. This is the one where you're walking through the dungeon, but everything is like you take like one step and you can only see like so many like squares ahead of you, and then like you go down and you hit a corner and you have to like turn the corner to look down the hallway, and then there's a monster in front of you.
Nice. Okay.
And then you saw so everything is one for one turn, like action based. Like you turn, you see a monster. You get like one action and then it's going to attack you, or you try running away or whatever. It's a lot of like memorizing the map so you could like go sideways and not waste a turn turning to run away.
Yeah. Nice. That's very cool. That's cool. It reminds me a little bit of I was just looking back at Tunnels of Doom. I don't know if you heard about that one back in the day. That was something they did on like TI and Commodore 64 and all that. That was an RPG type thing. There was only like the one scenario ever released for it officially. But it was supposed to be something that you could come back and keep playing. But I remember it went to like, it had third-person perspective when you were in a room. You were going around fighting. You could be like a fighter or a wizard or a thief type person, I think. And then you could have like an adventuring party. And then it had, when you went into the corridors, it was a first-person perspective where it just shows you going through the corridor. And then you would like open the door and you would see this 8-bit depiction, maybe not even 8-bit, depiction of somebody in blocks, like, and it's clearly something carrying a sword, and you find out when you get in there it's skeletons.
Yeah, very similar to that. There was, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was like the first Kickstarter I ever did, but they were doing like a dungeon master, like completely generated, infinite generated world with infinite, with computer generated dungeons and stuff like that. So like the code makes it so that all of the worlds are the same. So like if somebody goes off into a ridiculous place, like they could technically give you directions to find it.
Nice.
So it was just like an infinite version of of those games. I promptly bought that for nostalgia and actually played it quite a bit, but I cannot remember the name of it right now. I would say, in actuality, I am going through my Steam list just trying to find it, but my Steam list is so fucking long.
It's a lot of stuff. I have so much crap in my Steam list. I still need to get to. It's ridiculous. Why are there so many sales? How dare they do this to me?
And humble bundles and yeah.
So many things.
I just found another site that does game.
It's too many. There are too many. There are too many games. I know, right? But so. I mean, we know there are too many games because it's not until 30 plus years later, 35 years later that I'm finally getting to Zork 2. So that tells us something. I
was too busy playing Kung Fu and Goonies.
I remember the Goonies arcade game.
No, I played on Atari and Atari ST stuff.
Did that have did it have the, I don't know, it's not exactly
it was kind
side
of
scroller, but it had 3 levels, that type of thing, or
I think so, yeah.
Screen? Yeah.
Like you go through the house and you go down into like the
Yeah.
caves and.
I remember that. I remember that.
You know what? I think they
had that in the arcade
updated
too.
it and made a port. I think they made a port to Nintendo for it. It's like that same one.
Oh, cool. I remember that. I remember playing that. It's like you would go through and pick up objects and stuff and hop from like one level of the house to another level of the house. That was neat. But as for Zork, the only remaining notes that I have about Zork 1 that I didn't mention is there was an alternate means to defeat the Cyclops if we wanted to. That we could have given the lunch and the water to the Cyclops, and he then would have gone to sleep. That would, of course, not have then allowed us to get a shortcut from that room back into the living room. So the way we did it was the right way, I feel.
Yeah, because murder for shortcuts is the way to go.
Yeah, exactly. Zork was also the first Zork game was also where I learned the word leaflet as a kid. I did not know the meaning of the word leaflet. And so, like, it's you're west of the house. There's a small mailbox. You open the mailbox. There's a leaflet inside with an ad for Zork 1. Originally, in my head, I pictured it as though it was like an actual leaf with writing on it.
Gotcha.
Until my mother explained to me, no, a leaflet is just like a single page of paper with
information on it.
Yeah. It's an ad. So, but I think I am looking forward to this one. So this one, Zork 2, which was also credited to Mark Blank and Dave Lebling, the two of the MIT guys that created the original Zork, and then came over to Infocom and developed it for Infocom as like 3 separate games, so they could get it onto, so they could actually play it on smaller computers than a mainframe. So that first one, when they started giving them ratings. When they went, actually, I'll show you. Let me show everyone. This my screen here, so you can see what I'm talking about here. So Zork 2, they put into the gray box eventually, but originally it was more like these are all of them. But it was a folio release. Zorks 1, 2, and 3 all looked like this when they were released. Back in 1981, 82, 83. I think Zork 1 might have been 1980. We're now in 1981 as far as the development goes. And so in 1981, Zork 2 had a thing that looked like this. But the data that I have, again, from this site again is guetech.org. It's the gallery section. The gray box releases that they eventually put out in 1984, I believe. They were a touch different. You had they had to put more stuff in. So you had like the back of the box. The wizard appears floating nonchalantly in the air beside you. He grins sideways at you. The wizard incants fantasize, but nothing happens. He shakes the wand. Nothing happens. With a slightly embarrassed glance in your direction, he vanishes. Why they chose that as the quote, and I'm not entirely sure, but there we are. Expect the unexpected when you take on Zork 2, the Wizard of Frobozz. As you explore the subterranean realm of Zork, you'll continually be confronted with new surprises. Chief among these is the wizard himself, who will constantly endeavor to confound you with his capricious powers. But more than that, you'll face a challenge the likes of which you've never experienced before. They introduced in when they did the gray boxes not too long into it, they introduced this rating system for these games. And so Zork 1 that we just played is standard. This one is advanced. So they call it a greater level of challenge, recommended for those who've already experienced Infocom's interactive fiction. This one came out in 1984 for many different platforms. at the time. This is kind of a just sort of if you got the box, the things that were in the box, basically. And the manual kind of looked like this. I was reading through these this morning, and it's a brochure essentially for the Great Underground Empire. This is GUE on 9 Zork bits a day, and these are amusing. The way they did, and this is all stuff they wrote after the fact, sort of to put lore in there. Like Frobozz Magic Book Company, copied right in the year 873, all rights reversed. I like to put a lot of sort of little puns and what have you in here. But this is also interesting. Something that's going to come up again is they say this comes out of the Festerin Public Library, Festerin Town Library. And we're going to see this again eventually in other games that they set in this world. For some things, or at least in, I think it's Wishbringer basically is the one that does that, because it takes place in Festerin, which is apparently somewhere in Antharia, and it gives you little sort of little guides to each section.
Right.
Antharia, yeah. In Antharia they have shark wrestling. Kind of one of the big deals. It shows you sort of where. It's sort of interesting. I realize these are like a warren of tunnels, apparently.
Their motto is "Hey, ya Whizka," or "Hello, sailor."
Yeah, it's interesting because what it's implying is that it's a language, that they have, and this is Greater Borfi. We learn later there are two cities. There's Borfi, and then there is Fibor, which may not exist anymore. This delightful flathead beach with a majestic sea serpent out there being shown, and they talk about that and just show sort of roughly where in the Warrens that is. They show the Frigid River Valley where we were just recently. Apparently, this is. Zork 1 apparently takes place in a zone called the Frigid River Valley, because you recognize the different things in here they talk about. I mean, we had the map previously with the weird lettering. It talks about the giveaway is Arcane Falls,
right?
Which is was one of the major points, and it talks about flood control dam number 3 and all that. The Earth and Mythicus, which apparently has some events, and it's kind of funny to read through. They just basically were making jokes. The Grey Mountains, where there's a lot of skiing or failure to ski, apparently. And they give us the back of the book, Club Zork, where GUE's elite meet. You may never see the light of day again, at least not if the Wizard of Frobozz has anything to say about it. This insidious gent intends to be your undoing as you explore a huge and long-hidden region of the Great Underground Empire. He was exiled here in days gone by, and though his powers have diminished, and he has acquired a bat or two in the Belfry over the years, he is still capable of putting his sorcery to evil use against a mere human intruder such as yourself. Your only hope is to outsmart the ancient necromancer at his trickery, solve a barrage of diabolical puzzles, and ultimately bring the wizard's powers under your control. Unless you succeed in this test of brains and bravery, you may be doomed to an eternity of wandering the endless catacombs of the vast subterranean realm. Good luck, hearty soul, as you venture forth and downwards. We wish we could shout stronger words of encouragement after you as you go, but there's nothing except darkness at the end of the tunnel as far as we can see. That must be the wizard down there, waiting for you. And then talks about the table of contents. So we have quite a lot to look forward to, I expect. Apparently, they introduce magic in here, magical spells, primarily cast by the wizard. But there's some interaction with that. They have the Feelies consisted of this sort of additional brochure to Bosbarland, which is basically a futuristic fantasy amusement park in the Great Underground Empire, which is only slightly horrifying. So there was this little booklet apparently you got with things, and it showed you the different things, different places that no one in their right mind should actually want to visit because it's all dangerous and terrifying. Includes an ancient castle of King Duncanthrax. Open all year apparently.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I personally really like the ski slope map.
Yeah, it's like the gray slopes, and the gray mountains, because they give you easy, difficult, impossible.
With the difficulty levels of each of the trails and the ski lift, like the marks for the ski lifts and where they go, and oh my god.
This makes me think there's going to be skiing involved, but I don't know if that's actually the case.
I love the idea that they included it, and we never go there.
Yeah.
Like things mention it, but like we have this detailed ski slope map, the brochure for all the winter activities at Gray Slopes, and that's all like things that are text in the game that they just like made real things.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think that was the thing, is that once they came out with it was somewhere around 1984. I think I heard somewhere that Cutthroats was the first Infocom game that had the gray box, and then they did all the others that way at that time, and so that's they were standardizing it, right? And so they re-released all the 3 Zork games using that format. And so that for anything that had come out before 1984, stuff that the various games, Deadline, Starcross, the first Planetfall, I guess. Anything like that, they had to make up lore, because they had to have stuff to put in the in the manual of the gray box. There was always worlds.
They had not yet partnered with Douglas Adams and had his lore to pull from.
Yeah, that was a biggie. It was the same year. It was 84. Was also when Hitchhikers was released. So they were. I think that's when they were starting to figure out. They were like, oh God, we've got it. And so I think. But that's the thing, is I think that with the advent of those games, Hitchhikers, I think, was one of the first ones where the stuff in the stuff actually in the booklet, in the game book that's attached to the gray box, actually is relevant to what you're doing.
I really have to go through my boxes and see if I can find my Hitchhiker's gray box.
I don't know if I have this vision of a box full of the gray boxes, and I don't know if I still have it or not. I might have actually left it behind somewhere on a previous move, which would be sad.
I feel like the box was destroyed, but I still have the stuff.
Ooh, yeah. So I mean, that's sadness. Yeah, so they have this Gray Slopes brochure where basically they show what is, oh, these are just the different mountain peaks. Okay, yes, no, that's terrifying. They just basically show all these things. Anyone who wants to look at this in detail, it's basically, this is all at the goetech.org gallery. I'll go ahead and put that link in chat for anyone who might wander by and want to see that. And then apparently they have a rate schedule in Zork mids, and like, I guess half Zork mids and quarter Zork mids and tenth of a Zork mid, and it's all very strange. The prices are kind of throughout this whole thing is listed kind of that way, in either full Zork mids or partial Zork mids. But it's interesting to see they decided they just wanted to throw all of this lore together after the fact.
Right.
And to kind of, and so it's, I'm hoping that having read this, that it might prepare us somewhat, but I don't know. I do not know. We will find out. Are we ready to find out? I think that is the question now.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
All right. I'm going to take us to the game. So, I'm gonna go ahead and transition over. We are now using a program called Windows Frotz. This is pulling from the source code. This version is the one that was released with the Lost Treasures of Infocom collection. So this is after, so that number of however many debugs were done afterward. And we're gonna take a stab at it. I've set it up so right now, all that the audience is going to be able to see at this point is this screen, but I can, I'll periodically flip back and forth if I need to show anything else. There is also the additional terrifying thing that actually I will flip back for a moment just to show, is that I'm going to try my hand at mapping. I do not know if this is a good idea or not. I may abandon it rather immediately. We'll see.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? We have the maps just in case, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to map it and see using this program called Trizbort, and we'll see how quickly I abandon that. So if we're ready, I think we are going to now descend back into the barrow where we ended last time and get going.
Let us begin.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the volume of the musics, because the one we're using for at least this Zork trilogy is a little quieter. Okay, here we go. All right. This is Zork 2, The Wizard of Frobozz. We are version 48. Inside the barrow. You are inside an ancient barrow, hidden deep within a dark forest. The barrow opens into a narrow tunnel at its southern end. You can see a faint glow at the far end. A strangely familiar brass lantern is lying on the ground. A sword of elvish workmanship is on the ground.
Are the batteries already depleted?
That would be great, wouldn't it? I think they give us a fresh lantern for this. Right, we're empty-handed. We're in perfect health. I think you can use the command where. Can't see any Zork here. Okay, that's good to know.
But why is Zork?
We don't know. All right, verbose. I gotta remember to do that immediately. Okay. Oh, once again. Lampo.
Fancy.
Okay. All right, we got a lamp, we got a sword. That's all that transfers over to this game.
That's what I hear is best used for magic. Lamp and a sword.
Yeah.
Lamp and a sword.
Yes. Yes,
And then
absolutely.
a time machine to go backwards in time. And then your magic.
Yes. Okay, so let me go ahead then and I guess let's see what we've got here. Barrow opens into a narrow tunnel at its southern end. You can see a faint glow at the far end. Okay. So oh god. You see here. adding a room. This is inside the barrow. And I'm not going to do any notes aside from subtitled start. Oh, this is the start. I can just check it as start room. Okay. All right. And so I guess the only exit I'm seeing here, I guess, is to the south. Shall we go south?
Yeah. I like faint clothes.
Narrow tunnel. You are standing at the southern end of a narrow tunnel where it opens into a wide cavern. The cavern is dimly illuminated by phosphorescent mosses clinging to its high ceiling. A deep ravine winds through the cavern with a small stream at the bottom. The walls of the ravine are steep and crumbly. A footbridge crosses the ravine to the south.
Cool. Perfect. Okay. Save.
Yeah. So the good thing about this is I can actually save like as though human. I can put save games. It accesses Windows to let me save the games. So that helps. Let me find my my subfolder where I save stuff in. Okay, Zork. Is that where I'm saving? Am I saving there? Or am I so? Oh God.
I mean, you were in the directory.
Yeah. Let me see. I have multiples. This the only problem is that I've been keeping them in like multiple places, and so that is how it works.
Okay.
Because I might have also. Let me see. Was I doing it here? Yes, I was. So I'm going to do it here. That's Zork 3. That's the wrong one. Zork 2. Here we go. Save. Okay. So this is going to be.
Food.
Are you receiving food?
I am. The dogs are.
Oh, okay. Let me know if you need to leap up or whatnot.
Oh, no.
Okay, cool. So let's see, narrow tunnel. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my map. That's to the south. Oh God. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have actually. Okay, I can delete that. That's good. Add room. There we go. Just learning how to do this. Narrow tunnel. Okay. Which looks to have basically another exit to the south. Where it opens into a wide cavern. Look, moss. Look at moss. There's nothing special about the mosses. It doesn't know the word cavern. Jump.
Thank you.
I'm curious. This is not a very safe place to try jumping. In the movies, your life would be passing before your eyes. You have died. Now let's take a look here. You probably deserve another chance. I can't quite fix you up completely, but you can't have everything. Room of red mist. You're inside a huge crystalline sphere filled with thin red mist. The mist becomes blue to the west. You strain to look out through the mist. You see a small room with a sign on the wall, but it is too blurry to read. That's interesting. We may explore that, I think. I don't know. Do we want to look around here before we go back?
Sure.
I have no idea where I am.
You're in a room of red mist. It says it's too blurry.
Room of blue mist. You're inside a huge crystal filled with blue mist. The mist becomes white to the west. They got into a large, dreary room with a great door and a huge table. There's an odd glow to the mist. Room of white mist. You're inside a huge crystal sphere. White mist becomes black to the west. Oh, it's like, I guess it gives you different spots you can leave. You can go through. West. You follow a corridor of black mist into a black-walled spherical room. As you enter, a huge and horrible face materializes out of the mist. What brings you here to trouble my imprisonment, Wanderer? It asks. Hearing no immediate answer, it studies you for a moment. Perhaps you may be of some use to me in gaining my freedom from this place. Return to your foolish quest. I shall not destroy you this time. Mayhap you will repay this favor in kind someday. The face vanishes and the mist begins to swirl. When it clears, you are returned to the world of life. Inside the barrow, we're back at the beginning. With the lamp and no sword. Let's restore. So I don't like owing that wizard anything. That was interesting, though. One other cool thing about this, by the way, is if we ever want to go back and look at what's been said before, we can do that. We can actually go back and review the. It's not going to show up to the folks at home, but we can copy to clipboard and go back and roll back through and see what we've already gone through. I'm wondering if we could have gone into those other rooms that were blurry somehow, and I just kept going west because I didn't know any better. Who knows?
I mean, it didn't seem to say otherwise, but you're right. It doesn't mean we couldn't.
Yeah. Okay. So, we got a ravine. Footbridge crosses the ravine to the south. Shall we go over the footbridge?
Oh, sure.
All right, here we go. Footbridge. You're standing on a crude but sturdy wooden footbridge crossing a deep ravine. The path runs north and south from here. Add room. Footbridge. Seems very straightforward as far as, where we are and what we're doing. If anyone wants to see basically this little thing that I'm doing here is I'm adding rooms so that as we go, you see, in this program. Still learning how to navigate it, but I think I'm getting there. Okay. Back to this. Examine bridge. There's nothing special. There's nothing special about anything ever. So we're gonna keep going south. Great Cavern. This is the center of the Great Cavern, carved out of the limestone. Stalactites and stalagmites of many sizes are everywhere. The room glows with dim light, provided by phosphorescent moss, and weird shadows move all around you. A narrow path winds southwest among the stalagmites, and another leads northeast. 2 directions!
So I assume northeast takes us back to the way we came.
Yeah, that could. I put stalagmites and it says stalag. That's a very different thing. Okay, so this is...
Okay.
So this takes us... Yeah, that probably is the case. I'm going to check if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because footbridge, okay, yeah. We go south and that gets us the Great Cavern, and the footbridge is to the northeast. Okay. Alright, I know how they do this. So this is Great Cavern. And going from the footbridge to the south gets us there. Yes, good, excellent. Okay. And then we have southwest, a narrow path, which I think we will take. Shallow Ford. You are at the southern edge of a great cavern. To the south across the shallow ford is a dark tunnel, which looks like it was once enlarged and smoothed. To the north, a narrow path winds among stalagmites. Dim light illuminates the cavern. Okay, I'm gonna assume once again that to the north takes us back where we just came from.
To the Great Cavern. Yeah.
But I'm going to check just in case because I am paranoid. Yes. Okay. Okay, shallow ford. No, I gotta...
So you went southwest. Oh yeah, add room.
Can I move these? I can. Good. Okay. I'm just gonna... I will get the hang of this sooner or later. So we're gonna have a shallow ford here. And that basically is north is where that path is. So let me go ahead and that was southwest.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was-
north. Okay. Good. Good. All right. Okay. And I guess we go south to the dark tunnel.
All right.
Assuming that it accepts commands from my keyboard. There we go. You have moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue.
Pass. Pass. I pass. Skip my turn.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should turn on the lamp.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do we want to wait? Do we want to wait to be eaten by a grue?
No.
Is that the...
No, we've been eaten by a grue before.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Once you've been eaten by one grue, you've been eaten by them all, really. All right, the lamp is now on. We are now conserving battery power. I'm going to save now.
Yep.
Lamp on. So that I will remember. Okay, dark tunnel. Where we are now. This is a dark tunnel with dim light to the northeast, which presumably is where we just came from. Smooth but dusty and filled with twigs and leaves, debris which becomes deeper as the tunnel branches into a wide corridor leading southwest, and a narrower one leading southeast. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add those to YMap. They insisted. Mapping is fun. Who they are, I'm not entirely certain, but we'll figure it out.
Me.
You sure it wasn't you?
No, I'm actually not, because I do enjoy this. So
Oh, okay, cool.
I enjoy making maps. I enjoy making like flow charts. Yeah, nope. I don't know why.
Well, okay. So it goes to the northeast, is back that way, presumably. I'm not going to keep going back and forth to check. We're on lantern time now. We got to be careful.
Right.
Southwest and northwest. I'm going to go ahead and start putting exits. Now, there's a thing. I'm not sure what any of this means. I should just stick to what I know right now. So what was it? Southwest is one, and southeast. Okay. Then we have one that goes southeast. Okay. All right. That way, at least I know, which way these things go. Okay. Where shall we go? We've got a wide corridor leading southwest, narrower leading southeast. What do you think? We just go with the wider corridor first, just to sort of
Sure.
see what's kind of on the outside? Okay. All right. Path near stream. The path follows the south edge of a deep ravine and heads northeast. A tunnel heads southwest, narrowing to a rather tight crawl. A faint whirring sound can be heard in that direction. On the east is a ruined archway choked with vegetation. Okay. I don't think we're going to learn anything by looking at the archway. Unless that's the one thing we should look at.
There's nothing unordinary.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to guess. No, it just doesn't know the word. A faint whirring sound. It can be heard from the southwest. On the east we have plants. Interesting. Okay. Let me go ahead and put path near stream on the map here. And it's got tunnel head southwest. And the arch is to the east. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put southwest and east from here, and we'll figure that out. Okay. Want to check out the wearing first, or the vegetation?
The wearing.
Here we go. Carousel room. You're in a large circular room whose high ceiling is lost in gloom. 8 identical passages leave the room. A loud whirring sound comes from all around, and you feel sort of disoriented in here. I am concerned.
Okay. Is it still dark?
You can find out. Yep.
Okay.
Eight identical passages leave the room. Interesting. So that would mean that...
So this is one hub.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna presume it's gonna be the cardinal directions.
Want to make it a round room, so we know it's a hub.
Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, I think I can do that.
Yeah, room shapes.
Room shapes. There we go. Rounded corners. Let me see if I can... There we go. Alright. So let's see. We're gonna have...
North, east, west,
north, east,
south,
west, south, yeah.
and
So
then
I'm
southwest, or southeast, I mean. I blame my mom for that.
Looking spidery. Okay. So we now have, so we've got we're at a hub, basically. So how do we want to tackle this first? Do we want to keep doing the sort of around the edge thing, or do we want to, just go in a direction?
I mean, I feel like we definitely came down. I feel like we should discover the east side.
The east side?
Yeah, because we're already, like, we came down from there, so, like, my mind wants to finish the side, like, find out where it ends to the right, and then
Sort of, so basically more
see
over
if
this
we
way?
can close off some. Yeah, see if we can close off some of those loops.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, okay, sure.
But,
So we'll start east, and we'll see what we can find. Cool. Here we go. Okay. Out of curiosity.
Is it?
There is no carousel. It's just a carousel room.
It's a carousel-shaped room.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. East. You're not sure which direction is which. The room is very disorienting. Oh God. I understand now. We might not have gone east just now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. Cobwebby corridor. A winding corridor is filled with cobwebs. Some are broken, and the dust on the floor is disturbed. The trend of the twists and turns is northeast to southwest. On the north side of one twist, high up, is a narrow crack. There's a coil of black braided string here. Huh.
I mean, well, look at the string before picking it up.
There's nothing special.
Well, until we pick it up.
We have the string.
Right.
So, the winding corridor is filled with cobwebs. Some are broken, and the dust on the floor is disturbed. The trend of the twists and turns is northeast to southwest. Let's see. Go back to a more mappable. Go back and go to a more mappable room. He suggests. Well, we'll see. Yeah.
All right. So wait. If we went out, so we know northeast goes. Just trying to figure out. So we're either. If we head southwest, that can't be.
It's probably not the narrow crack, so it's probably one of these two.
Right. So, but based off of where we are in the carousel, or where the carousel is, if from this room we went southwest, and that took us back to the carousel room, that would mean we're on the top right-hand corner.
Yeah.
And we can't be that because that's where the stream near the stream is.
Yeah.
So the carousel has to be.
So yeah, probably if we head southwest,
northeast.
If we go northeast, it's probably where we'll encounter the carousel room again.
So our room's there.
Yeah. So we're down here, I think. Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay. Wow, we happened to go in a place where it actually matched up where we were able to eliminate a room.
Well, hopefully that's where it gets weird, right? Because it's like, if it does a thing like this from the carousel room, then we're screwed at some point.
Right.
So
Really,
it's like it turns a corner.
The carousel room, it doesn't matter what door you go through.
Yeah.
You're going to go out one direction.
Yeah.
Like, presumably, the room is turning, and at some point, we'll find a way to stop the room from turning.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. We've got the string. There's so we've got southwest, and on the north side of one twist,
Right,
high up is a narrow crack. So actually, there's a crack in the room. Yeah. There's. Okay, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and just draw this out so I remember. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Let me turn the music down just a hair. It's not massive loud. Let's see. Okay. The crack is fairly wide. You should be able to get into it. Okay. So that's probably to the north. The compass direction, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Works for me.
Yeah. So what do we want to do? Do we want to test the carousel theory and go spinning around, or should we just explore more around here?
Well, my original plan is shot out the window. So yeah. I feel like the crack should be a shortcut somewhere else. So if we continue southwest, we'll figure out what this area is. Or try, start to.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Head southwest. All right. Let's see what happens. Guarded room.
That's not good.
This room is cobwebby and musty. I've just realized that this is probably spider silk. There's probably a very large spider hanging around here somewhere. This room is cobwebby and musty, but tracks in the dust show that it has seen visitors recently. At the south end of the room is a stained and battered but very strong-looking door. To the north, a corridor exits. Embedded in the door is a nasty-looking lizard head with sharp teeth and beady eyes. The eyes move to watch you approach. Magic.
Okay.
Guarded room.
So guarded room exits north, and to the south there's a door.
Yeah, okay, so I think we're down... Hang on. So... Guarded room. Lizard door.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What of those?
Yes. Yes.
Do we talk to the lizard head?
You can't talk to the lizard. The door, partly covered in cobwebs, is closed.
I mean, at this point, fuck it. Just open the door. Look.
Yeah, I mean... I was thinking about knocking on the door. Nobody's home! Okay, we can go in then. Lizard comes to life and snaps at you as you reach for the handle. And I just wanted to see if it identified the tracks as a particular type of foot. Yeah.
I mean, we can look for another way to enter, or, I mean,
yeah, I think it's
a sword.
Yeah, I think. Oh, that's true.
We could just stab the lizard head.
The Guardian seems impervious to your attack. In fact, your blows don't even seem to be landing. I feel like we probably need something that we'll find somewhere else, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay.
That feels right.
Then...
Okay. Back north.
Then... Yeah, back north, and then... I think we should go back into the carousel room.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And... and try our luck.
Here we go. Back in the carousel room. Round we go. Where shall we pretend like we're exiting?
Let's go east again.
Okay, let's try east again. See what happens. Topiary. This is the southern end of a formal garden. So there's a garden to the north, right?
Right.
Hedges hide the cavern walls, and mosses provide dim illumination. Fantastically shaped hedges.
Turn
off
the lamp.
Easy. Fantastically shaped hedges and bushes. We gotta save that precious battery power. Fantastically shaped hedges and bushes are arrayed with geometric precision. They have not recently been clipped, but you can discern creatures in the shapes of the bushes. There's a dragon, a unicorn, a great serpent, a huge misshapen dog, and several human figures. On the west side of the garden, the path leads through a rose arbor into a tunnel. So
north and west.
Yeah, and west is probably... Maybe we did go east this time.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, north goes to the garden, so it doesn't go to the carousel. So, yeah, we actually went east.
I think we did. I've turned the lamp off now, thankfully. Precious battery life.
Bush, the monkey chased the weasel.
Yes.
Very good. And, jeez.
It is, isn't it?
I think I figured out why this one is, what did you say, advanced and not beginner?
I know, right? Alright, so if we actually did go east, then that means that we are here, still learning how to navigate in this thing.
Which means we can do my original plan.
Yes! That's right!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck you, game. We do what we want.
Yeah!
Give me a spinning circle room. I'll show you.
Yes. How dare. How dare. Okay. So... I'm just curious if it's... You can't see any dragon here. Edges are shaped like... See, it's letting me actually look at it. Because they're vaguely troubling to look at. So there's something here. There's something about
remembering that the animals are dog, serpent, dragons, and people.
Dragon,
it said and the like.
Unicorn. Dragon, unicorn, serpent, dog, human.
Yeah.
I might make notes? Oh my god.
Are we taking Trump's memory test?
Oh god.
Dragon, unicorn, television.
That's the new version, right? That's the new version of it.
This is the
Dragon, unicorn, serpent, dog,
Frobozz
human
version.
What was that other? Oh, it's like woman, man, something. I can't remember.
Yeah, what woman, man, something, television.
Dragon, unicorn.
He is smarter than us. He memorized 8 words.
I know.
And we can't.
Great serpent.
Can't argue with that logic.
Human figures. Okay.
Right.
But it doesn't identify... We can't talk to the hedge, apparently. It does not like it when we do that.
Okay.
Anything else we want to do here?
I don't think so. We
Nothing but dust here. You look around, and strangely, the topiary animals seem to have changed positions slightly. Should we fight the hedge? Is that what's going to happen? It's not glowing.
No.
Yeah. Maybe attacking the hedge is the wrong thing.
Yeah. Yeah, let's explore.
Yeah, I feel like the hedges are going to try to kill us. Formal garden. This is the middle part of a formal garden. Hedges hide the cavern walls, and a dim illumination comes from mosses far above. The path is of small crushed white stones. It winds among bushes and flower beds from south to north. To the north, a small structure can be seen. To the south are peculiarly shaped bushes. There's a small gap in the hedges to the west. Okay. Interesting. Alright. I'm gonna drag the, let's show people what I'm doing here. I'm gonna drag the topiary a little further out, just so that we've got a little room here. You can't do this with things you've drawn on paper. Let sleeping hedges lie. Yes, that's the plan.
Jim has never heard of an eraser.
I never have, no. You know why? You know why? They never work as well as you want them to. Your choices are you have a dim outline of a thing that you drew, or you have a hole in your paper. Those are your choices when you use an eraser.
Why? What's your beef against red paper?
I have so much beef against ripped paper.
Love it.
So there's a small structure to the north, and to the south are bushes, and there's a gap in the hedges to the west. Okay. So this means, let's see, so we already know this goes here. There's a way to go north, and there's a way to go west. West might connect to the path near the stream, we don't know. Or it might not. I do not know. So let's see. Do we want to keep exploring the this garden, or do we want to try the west?
Let's go west, and then if it connects to something, great, and if not,
okay,
we'll have to stretch out lines more.
If you erase it, though, you might forget the information before you redraw it. Yes, I know, that's right. So let's see. West. Assuming I can still type. There we go. A small gap in the hedges. Okay. It is pitch black. We are likely to be eaten by a group. Path near stream. There it is.
Hey.
Okay. So we can now officially connect those up. And Unstable Deus is also pointing out in chat that all artists' erasers are usually much better quality. That is fair. There's this sort of gum eraser thing I remember hearing about once. I once took a fine arts class. I remember very little. But yeah, let's do this for now. Because I don't know exactly where everything's gonna land. But,
yeah.
At least we know kind of where these things connect to, so. There we go. Yay! Okay, so we're back here. We're back at the path near the stream. Can we keep exploring the garden, or do we want to do something else?
Yeah, let's finish up the garden. So we know we can get back into the carousel two ways.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no.
This has changed. This is the middle part of a formal garden. Hedges hide the cavern walls, blah, blah, blah. A unicorn is peacefully cropping grass at the north end of the garden. There's something hanging around its neck. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. I think this is a dangerous unicorn?
Did we examine the gap?
A gap? One we just went through?
Is that? Wait. Oh,
A gap
yeah.
in the hedges.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, I'm doing that whole east-west split
yeah.
in my head. It's my dyslexia for cardinal directions.
Unicorn is way up at the north end of the garden. Okay, so are we gonna have to fight a unicorn?
I mean, it just the glowing sword just means something living is there. It doesn't mean we have to fight it. We could choose to fight it and take its magical horn for ourselves.
I mean, we could.
Wand.
There is something hanging around its neck.
At that point, it does become a wand, right?
Depends on what you do with it, I expect. Do we feel as though we have a need for a unicorn's horn? Shall we go and have a nice little chat with the unicorn?
Oh, sure.
All right. North end of garden. This is the northern end of a formal garden. Hedges hide the cavern walls, and if you don't look up, the illusion is of a cloudy day outside. Interesting. The light comes from a large growth of glowing mosses on the roof of the cave. A break in the hedge is almost overgrown to the north. A carefully manicured path leads south. In the center of a rosebed is a small open structure painted white. It appears to be a gazebo. This is probably, I'm guessing, a domesticated gazebo. But they can be very dangerous in the wild, from what I understand. The sword is glowing because of the gazebo. I think that's really what it is.
Oh. In that case, shoot the gazebo.
Yeah, that's important. There's a beautiful unicorn here cropping grass. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly.
Now let's look at the unicorn.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Unicorn shies away as you approach for a closer look, but you do notice a tiny gold key hanging from a red satin ribbon looped around the animal's neck. The unicorn bounds lightly away. Your sword is no longer glowing. Okay, so yeah, it was just hanging out. It's got a key.
Cool.
We still might end up having to fight this bloody thing. We'll see.
I mean, or we can find it in Apple.
That might be a better approach. That could be a better approach. This is north end of garden. And we came here from the south.
Yeah.
I'm just connecting up the dots here. Let's see. So, break in the hedges, almost overgrown to the north. Hang on, I'm just making sure I'm not missing any directions here. Break in the hedges, almost overgrown to the north. A carefully manicured path leads south. In the center of a rosebed is an open structure painted white. Appears to be a gazebo. Okay.
All right. So check out the gazebo.
I shall check out the gazebo. The north might lead back to the dark tunnel. Maybe. We'll see. Let me also indicate that there is a gazebo here, and there was a unicorn. Okay, gazebo corn. All right. Let me go ahead and draw that so I don't forget. Okay. There's nothing special about the gazebo. Enter gazebo. Gazebo! There's a gazebo in the midst of a formal garden. This is a gazebo in the midst of a formal garden. It is cool and restful here. A tea table adorns the center of the gazebo. Sitting on the table is a matchbook, a china teapot, a placemat, a newspaper, a letter opener. That's a lot of things. I'm just saving like crazy. Because I can. Gazebo. Okay. So. Took the matchbook. Visit Exotic Zork 1. Consult the Frobozz Magic Travel Agency or visit your local computer store for more details. No matches burning. How many matches are in this one? We have 5 matches. A strange little man in a long cloak appears suddenly in the room. Oh, holy crap, here we go. He is wearing a high-pointed hat embroidered with astrological signs. He has a long, stringy, and unkempt beard. The wizard draws forth his wand and waves it in your direction. It begins to glow with a faint blue glow. Oh, shit. The wizard, in a deep, resonant voice, speaks the word fence. He cackles gleefully.
Fence him? I don't know.
I'm going to write that down. Because they said in there we have to turn his magic against him at some point. What are we doing? Are we fighting? Is that what you said? Attack him?
Yeah.
You can't see any wizard here.
That just happened and he's gone.
So he cast a spell. You're in perfect health. I hesitate to do this. There's no verb in that sentence. What do you want to cast? No, never mind. Okay. I am also using a little bit of knowledge from the future, but anyway. And
okay.
By the future, I mean the Enchanter trilogy. Only in terms of the parser. I know that you're supposed that there in the Enchanter trilogy you get to cast spells, and so that's why I wrote down what that one was. He spoke the word fence. Nothing happened, apparently. And now he's gone. I'm worried what's going to happen if a fence is going to spring up around us. China teapot. A unicorn is peacefully cropping grass north end of the garden. There's something... Okay. The unicorn came back and the sword's glowing again. An empty teapot. Placemat's empty. So something you can put on a placemat. Newspaper. U.S. News and Dungeon Report. Famed adventurer to explore great underground empire. Our correspondents report that a world-famous and battle-hardened adventurer has been seen in the vicinity of the great underground empire. Local grooves have been reported sharpening their slavering fangs. Zork 2, The Wizard of Frobozz, was written by Dave Lebling and Mark Blank and is copyright 1981, 1982, 1983 by Infocom Inc. Unicorn's back.
I mean, do we want to just try stabbing the unicorn?
I mean, we could. Do we want anything else that's here? I think the unicorn might be gone by now.
No.
It'll be back. A letter opener.
Yeah.
No.
He was still there.
Yeah. Good God. This unicorn does not... Hang on. There. Do we want to wait for the unicorn to come back and then stab it?
I mean... No, we don't have to.
Okay.
Is the lamp on?
No.
Okay.
We're now carrying a placemat, a china teapot, a letter opener, a newspaper, a matchbook, a black string, and a sword and a lamp. We may eventually want to figure out where our home base is.
I mean...
So we can drop stuff. But,
the gazebo seems like a safe place.
I mean, it does at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Do we want to keep carrying around this stuff, or do we want to put some of it back?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
I mean, we can take it with us.
You want to take it all with us right now? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess we'll start inventory management when it becomes a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Like any good American.
That's right.
What? Stab that unicorn.
Wait,
Also, like any good American.
Oh, shall we stab the unicorn?
Yeah.
Okay. An invisible fence of magical force bars your way. That apparently is what the fence spell does.
Okay. Attack fence. Unicorn?
I mean... Oh! It's taking fence as a verb.
Look fence?
Yeah, I just did that because there's a noun missing. There may be no way out of this. We may have to restore.
I mean, it should.
It let me out. Okay.
There. Okay, so it's a timed.
Yeah.
How many turns? So I would.
You want to
guess
see how many
about
turns
10.
that was? Yeah,
I would guess about 10.
You can reopen it if you want. Since the wizard hit us with it.
Sure.
Let's see. So.
And then just count the directions or exit gazebos.
Yeah. So looking back. Here we go. So the wizard. We have 5 matches, by the way. That was the point. So 1, 2, 3. The thing is, I don't know. I wasn't actually trying. There's a point where, yeah. So we'll just know it's within. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm not going to count the syntax error. I don't know if I should count the syntax error. Maybe I should.
I don't know.
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I don't know if I should count You Can't Go That Way either. It's a good question. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. It's like within 39 moves.
Okay.
It's probably less than that.
Right.
But that at least gives us an idea. I guess I'll go ahead and put the gazebo on the map as another location.
Somewhere where we can go in.
Yeah.
Or does...
Let's see.
Does it have... Oh, regions. What's regions?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Or object?
Yeah, there's so much to learn about how this works. But that said, I can at least change the shape of the room and make it octagonal. I'm just gonna... Oh, okay. Let me make it a little bit bigger than that so I can actually... Okay. Figure that's fine. It's just like attached there.
Yeah.
Alright. So, now that we know that, we're back at the north end of the garden. The unicorn keeps popping in and out. What do we want to do? Do we want to hang out and fight the unicorn, or do we want to, like, head north?
I mean, we can come back through this way.
Yeah.
So head north and see if it attaches to the dark tunnel, right?
Yeah. Pitch black.
That's a good sign.
Dark tunnel.
There we go. Okay.
Does indeed connect, so we'll go ahead and connect that up.
All right. We're done with this side of the map.
Yeah. Let me move these a tiny bit closer, since I can. I'm going to delete a couple of things and make it so that, yeah, basically. There we go. Okay. So, now that we have got that sorted, guess we're heading back to the carousel room. That's the only place that's left to go now.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's kill a unicorn on the way.
Oh, you want to go back and kill the unicorn first?
Yeah. Let's go south.
Okay.
Turn off. We can go that way.
Okay.
It's on our way now.
Huh.
Turn off the map.
Yes. All right. As we're about to wait, I'm just going to do this. Just in case we get more wizard visits. There's a beautiful
There we go.
eating roses here. I'm sure it'll be fine. The unicorn, unsurprised by this evidence that you are indeed the uncouth sort of vagabond it suspected you were, melts into the hedges and is gone. Your sword is no longer glowing. Just to repair that relationship, I'm going to restore the game real quick.
Okay, fine. Into the carousel room.
All right. Into the carousel with us. The ritual of carousel. Do we want to go through the topiary, or do we want to go through the path near the stream?
The topiary, since we won't have to turn on the lamp until the carousel room.
Normal garden. Dang, damn it. Okay. The topiary that changes slightly each time. There's probably something there that we need to worry about at some point.
Right.
Carousel room. Okay. So, which way should we pretend to go now?
Part of me just wants to keep going east, but
Yes. All ways are east.
yeah.
You keep going. You want to go east?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Oh, we actually went east
Ooh.
again.
All right. Never mind.
Want to try? Shall we try north?
Yeah, north or southeast. Let's try to work our way around.
Oh, the southeast. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of those two, like.
You're not sure
good.
which direction is which. This room is very disorienting. Riddle room. This is a room which is bare on all sides. There's an exit down in the northwest corner of the room. To the east is a great closed door made of stone. Above the stone, the following words are written. No man shall pass this door without solving this riddle. But as tall as a house, round as a cup, and all the king's horses can't draw it up. Let me go ahead and map this first before I apply my brain to this.
Yeah.
At least the room isn't spinning. Yeah, that's fair. Riddle room. So, northwest corner of the room. So we probably did go southeast.
Go southeast, right?
Okay. And to the east is a door made of stone. Okay. Let me go ahead and add the riddle room. Let me just write it in here. I would if I could. Hang on.
Yep, that didn't work.
It's because I didn't save it properly. Didn't save the room. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can copy and paste.
Ooh.
It's like magic. I am putting stuff into this room description. There we go. Yes, there we go. We get a little tooltip that shows us the riddle if we ever want to puzzle over it while we're not in here. Technology. Okay, so that was there's a stone door in here. Also a stone door. Okay.
And the stone. So there's going to be an exit east through this.
There will ultimately be an exit east, probably through the stone door. I am guessing.
Okay.
Tall as a house, round as a cup. All the king's horses can't draw it up. So, the king's horses thing is probably a reference to the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme, I'm guessing?
Right. I mean, maybe.
So they were trying to, after Humpty Dumpty falls off the wall, they cannot put Humpty Dumpty together again. And this is how Vizio broke Zork. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the unstable data. So I'm not familiar with that reference.
Vizio is a diagramming program, very similar to what it. I am very familiar with, and it's one of my favorite programs.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm just mapping using. I'm mapping like this because I'm too lazy to use a pencil, and we already talked about my hatred of erasers.
All right, so
it's like you can't just pop around to Michael's every time I want. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Tall as a house, round as a cup. Tower. All the king's horses can't draw it up. They can't move it.
Yeah.
Wizard tower?
Could be. Also, draw it up could be a drawbridge.
Right.
Round as a cup. I don't know how significant that is, but yeah, it could be. I'm gonna just try it. I'm just gonna type the word tower. I want to check something in the manual real quick because I was looking at the verbs that it talks about, because I think this one might be, I don't know, this might just be, they may have just copied and pasted to everywhere, but I think I read something about this game has NPCs in it and how to talk to people.
Or maybe it's something that we find.
Yeah. Oh, it could be. House, cup, horses, rod. It's like... Because, right, I mean, this is making me think of an egg... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said woman, man, television.
Woman, man, television thing, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I suspect that, it's not tower. I mean, this is making me think of an egg cup, like a giant egg cup, is what's showing up in my head right now.
Yeah, because it says without solving the riddle, not without, like, it doesn't say speak, you know, it's not speak friend and enter. It's, you know.
Okay. Yeah, so there might be an object that we show them, but it has to be as tall as a house, so I don't know if we're going to be carrying it. Unless it's a different kind of house. The tower was a very good guess, though. Do we want to come back to this, or do you have any? Do you want to keep puzzling over?
Do the inventory. Let's look at the things we picked up. We did pick up.
We have a placemat, teapot, letter opener, newspaper, a matchbook, a black string, a sword, a lamp.
Yeah, I would say let's come back to this and.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Have we saved recently? I'm gonna go ahead and save here real quick. For no reason other than the fact that we have been using lamplight and and it will perhaps help to go back to other things sometimes. Okay. I guess we go back into the
lamp doesn't. Yeah, lamp doesn't degrade.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we're going to.
We're worrying. We create our own meta for this game.
Yes. Okay, I guess we're heading back to the carousel room. All right. So we've mapped out 4 of the passageways out. We've got north, northwest, west, and south left.
Okay.
Do we want to go north and continue the thing we were trying to do in the first place, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean north or south.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We want to fill in that gap.
Okay.
You can fill in the gap.
Okay.
We'll try heading south, see what happens. Cobwebby corridor. No, they put us back in the cobwebby corridor.
We were getting so lucky.
I know.
Let's go due south again.
Let's try it again? Okay.
Yeah.
Fill the cobwebby corridor.
What the hell? Oh, maybe it moves and stays that way for a few turns.
It could. North?
So if we... Sure.
Cobwebby corridor.
Alright, well there goes that.
Cool room. Okay. It's a different room. Yay.
Cool.
Excellent. I feel so much... I feel like I have so much more social cred in this room. This room is cool and damp. The air is...
I have to prepare for the room.
Okay. Excellent.
Apparently I wore these into the pool. They're really dirty.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that might have been. But you looked very cool for the for that brief moment.
Thank you.
I was going to say I should have joined. I was going to say I should have joined you just for a moment there.
Yeah.
I can't see a damn thing right now.
We
need to clean
get some
these
real
things.
some real. Yeah, I just cleaned mine. Some real Blues Brother vibes.
Okay, good. Yes, we're good now. We're ready now. Um, the room is cool and damp. The air is misty. A twisty path from the southeast. See, I get southeast splits here toward a wide northerly stone bridge and a narrow westerly tunnel. Let me try these other ones. Hang on. This might be easier. I don't know. Wait, let's see. Okay. Oh god, I can't see a damn thing. Okay, yeah, green, not so good with these. All right.
Yeah.
That's no good. That's no good. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, so I mean, I guess I can try these. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Can you tell I've been doing actual plays for the last few years? The room is cool and damp. The air is misty. A twisty path from the southeast splits here toward a wide northerly stone bridge and a narrow westerly tunnel. It is from the latter that the mist and the chill seem to originate. So, it must be southeast of here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We.
So that puts us over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
So this is the cool room.
This is the cool room.
Only the cool kids come here.
Yeah. Very Blues Brothers. Wait. Now that we're on a mission from God.
Yes. That's vitally important now. So yeah, so we basically could go north across the bridge or west into that tunnel where the mist and chill are coming from.
I don't know. North. Sure.
Must draw. We can go north. As soon as I finish drawing this. No!
Well, you never attached it.
I didn't, did I?
Oh.
I am a fool. Here we go. Better. Okay.
Okay.
North? North, you say?
Sure.
Alright. I think I should save because then we're gonna have to deal with the freaking carousel room again. Okay. North. Okay. I feel less cool now. Stone Bridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're not in the cool room anymore, unfortunately. Stone Bridge. This is the middle of a ruined but still impressive stone bridge spanning a deep chasm. Water flows far beneath. A paved path leads north into a large open space. To the south, a path leads into a misty tunnel. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow.
Well, you just saved, so...
Yeah, I mean, we can do that. Stone Bridge. Okay. And it's just basically north-south, I think, yes, from what I can tell.
Right.
Okay. You keep going?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we go. Dragon Room!
I have a feeling we're going to go backwards now.
I have that feeling too. This room is a large cavern full of broken stone. The walls are scorched and there are deep scratches on the floor. A sooty, dry smell is very strong here. A paved path winds from a large passage to the west, and through the room, and across a huge stone bridge to the south. To the east, a small crack is visible. A dark and smoky tunnel leads north. A huge red dragon is lying here, blocking the entrance to a tunnel leading north. Smoke curls from his nostrils and out between his teeth. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly.
I'm going to go out on a limb and let's not attack the dragon.
Might be an issue.
But maybe we should look at the dragon and see if he's awake.
It's an excellent question. We just get the directions down here again.
It's north, east, and west.
Yeah. North, south, east, west, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
The east one is a crack, I think.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah.
We saw a crack earlier, didn't we? Like
there was
around.
There was a gap in the bushes,
didn't
and
go
there was
through.
a crack.
I think it could have been the path.
Yeah. The cobweb.
Oh yeah.
Because you marked it.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't go that way, but it was possibly north. Okay. And well, I'll go ahead and add that also here. Don't know if it's the same crack, but you never know with things like this. Okay. Paved path goes west. Okay. And a dark and smoky tunnel the dragon is currently guarding. He turns and looks back at you, his cat's eyes yellow in the gloom. You start to feel weak and quickly turn away. The dragon continues to watch you carefully.
Alright, he's not attacking, so... crack or west?
Terrible idea. We try talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. The dragon looks amused. He speaks in a voice so deep you feel it rather than hear it, but the tongue is unknown to you. You find yourself almost hypnotized. Yeah, maybe we should go. Maybe we should go. Which do we want to go? If we head down the crack, that might that might connect back up here. Maybe. Why? I'm not sure, but it could be.
I mean, it might.
Yeah.
I mean, let's do the crack and find out. There's two cracks.
Yes.
Let's see if they go to the same place.
End of ledge. A ledge from the east ends here, and a tunnel leads north into the wall. There's a rather odd smoky door in the warm air of the tunnel. The dragon follows you out of mingled curiosity and anger. There's dragon following us. Monsters didn't follow us before. He's following us now. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the map.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep, end of ledge. Yep. Actually, let me make sure that is what.
Right.
There's rather odd smoky odor in the warm air of the tunnel. I keep saying door. Ledge from the east ends here. That means we can go east. And a tunnel leads north into the wall. So that's actually probably
connected to the north.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull these out a little bit, these rooms, so that. Whoa.
Guess you should have connected that. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think we can go east.
He's angry. Do we keep going east?
I mean, I have nothing for him. I have no gold. I have no food.
Now that he's following us, you want to do a separate save?
Sure.
Because who knew so much happened between now?
We have a draconic tailgater. Okay.
Dragon Gate. Okay. East.
I read the newspapers the next morning after East. Okay. Ledge in ravine. You are on a narrow ledge near the bottom of a deep ravine. The ledge continues to the west. A precarious climb up to another tiny ledge is possible. A short scramble down the rock face leads to a stream. Your sword is no longer glowing.
Hey!
You lost interest. Great.
I like it when dragons lose interest.
Yes, me too. You're on a narrow ledge near the bottom of a deep ravine. Also, it's one of these weird things where it's like, I don't know if a counter starts when you go into the room and then there's only a limited amount of time you have, even if you go back in later. So that's another reason I'm saving so much. You're on a narrow ledge near the bottom of a deep ravine. The ledge continues to the west. Okay, we just came from there, so that's east-west. Climb up to another ledge, tiny ledge as possible. Scramble down to the rock face leads to a stream. Okay, so this is ledge in ravine. And from here we can go up or down. So I'm just going to try and figure out how I want to notate that. We can...
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to say, isn't it, like you can probably put a notation on that line itself.
Ooh, that would be great.
Yeah, up, down, text, up, down.
Up.
It's got the... Oh,
it'll show his tooltip. Oh, up, down. Other way. Well, no, that works. That follows the notation actually of the maps we were using. Okay, good.
right,
good.
up from there, down from there. Yeah.
Down, up.
Haha.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Pull that out a little further.
I was like,
so that it's not, yeah.
I was like, this is made for this. It's gotta be there.
Yeah. That works. Excellent.
Okay.
I can remove that name then. Okay, now that we figured that out, what do we want to do? I guess we could go up. Go down.
I feel like I've been quoting Ghostbusters too much, but we go up.
We go up. Tiny room. This is a tiny room carved out of the wall of the ravine. There is an exit down a precarious climb. On the north side of the room is a massive wooden door which has a small window barred with iron. A formidable bolt lock is set within the door frame. A keyhole covered by a thin metal lid lies within the rock.
So
here we could look through the window.
The unicorn key.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we have found one key and one locked door.
Yeah. So that
with a normal lock.
That tracks. Let's see. This is a tiny room. Go ahead and there we go. Okay, so we have that. An exit down on the north side of the room is a massive wooden door, which is a formidable bolt lock.
So door to the north. Or exit to the north.
Well, of a sort. I wonder what AutoMap does. I'll never know. Until sometime later. Let's see. Tiny room. Wooden door. Window. Barred window. Or it won't. So
look through the window?
Yeah, I think so. Did we just go through the window? Dreary room. This is a small and rather dreary room, eerily illuminated by a red glow emanating from a crack in one wall. The light falls upon a dusty wooden table in the center of the room. In the center of the table sits a blue crystal sphere.
I don't know. Try to pick up the sphere.
Tiny room.
No. Okay. So no. It gives the description like you're in the room.
I am scared.
So you know what the room...
Yeah, that makes sense. That basically is okay. So I can go ahead and put it on the map, I guess.
Yeah.
Weird.
We know it's the
That's
dreary,
the first time I've
dreary
seen
room,
it like that.
and it has a crystal sphere in it.
That was one of the room. That might have been one of the rooms that we saw while dead.
Maybe. It did say there was a red light.
Yeah.
Did we go from like blue to red or red to blue or something?
Yeah, I think we did. We did.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay. So light falls from dust on the tables and interesting. Okay. So exit down a precarious climb, north side of a wooden door. Oh, barred with iron. No light can be seen through the keyhole. I don't know why there's a lid in front of the keyhole. What do we think?
Just one of those like swinging
Yeah, maybe.
aesthetics? I don't know.
Could be.
They keep dust out of the mechanics.
Is there anything else we should do here, do you think?
I don't think so. Like we know where a key is, we know where a locked door is.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
just an extra step in order to put the key in the keyhole, but it gets to tell you that the lid is closed. It
Yeah,
should be
really.
annoying.
Yeah, I guess we should come back here then later. That
Yeah.
works. Okay.
When we get the key.
Yep. All right. So I guess back down we go. There's a way to put doors in here, I think, but I'm not sure how they work. We'll figure it out later. Okay. I was gonna try to do something clever with this thing and put like a dotted. Yeah, let's do that. Just to show absolutely nothing because I can't see that it's dotted. There we go. All right. So I guess we head back down.
Cool.
All right. Ledge in the ravine. Do we want to go down to the stream?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Deep ford. You are fording the stream at a deep but not impossible spot. The water is very cold. The walls of the ravine rise to the east and west. There's a small ledge along the north wall of the ravine. To the south is the entrance to a well-constructed but somewhat ruined hall. Okay.
Okay. I guess.
So I guess this will be, yeah, it's either going to be north or up gets us back to the ledge, and then south
Right.
goes to the hall. Let me go ahead and add this also. I was wondering, before we go and explore the hall, do you want to take a quick break?
Sure.
Is it time? I feel it might be time. I'm not sure anymore.
Could do with putting something in my face hole.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and just do that so that I know what's where. I'm gonna have to like expand this whole map out in a moment.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we just raise the dragon room up. and
Yeah,
then-
that's true.
And the rest of it, yeah.
The stone bridge is probably longer than we were thinking. Okay. Yeah, that works. All right. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. Before I'm going to save the game. Just so that there's... That's where we are now. Before we go into the ruins. And I'm looking forward to that. All right. We'll be back shortly. And we shall take a few minutes to gather ourselves, and then we shall be back.
Woo!
We have returned. And we are going to now explore this ruined hall and find out what the deal is. I am very interested to see what happens. Okay. We're gonna head south. Marble Hall. This is an arched hall of fine marble. The hall stops abruptly to the north at a ford across a stream, where the marble is cracked and broken. Perhaps a flood or collapse of the cave was responsible. To the south, the hall opens into a large room. There is a rather annoying whirring sound coming from that room. There's a square brick here, which feels like clay.
Okay.
We may have just found the control room for the carousel. You think?
Maybe. To the south?
Yeah.
Well, no. So south reconnects to the carousel room.
Well, it won't necessarily. That's the thing. Well, yeah, it might.
Yeah, it might.
It might.
That would make sense since it's right.
It's right there. Dang it.
It's right above it.
I was hoping we'd learn that. Well, that's what I was thinking, is that maybe... So, we're down in a ravine, right? Mm-hmm. So, either it connects to the carousel room, or it connects to underneath the carousel room. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
What I'm hoping.
Alright. So, before we go there...
Yeah. And so, let's see. What have we got? We got... to the south, the hall opens to the large room, rather knowing. Yeah. So
Alright, I mean, we gotta take the brick, right?
Yeah, that's true. Nothing special about the brick. Okay, let's get the brick. You try to pick it up, but with everything else you have, you can't manage to hold on to it. Inventory management. So... I guess we could come back for the brick.
I feel like the brick might do something.
Right here? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start with the newspaper. That was enough, apparently.
Okay.
All right. You want to head south into the...
Yeah.
Into wherever it is? Okay, let's find out. We're back in the carousel room.
Okay.
I was hoping against hope that... I was hoping against hope that we had cracked it, but alas, we have not. That's all right. We're still exploring. It's early yet. I'm going to move us further down a little bit here. I'm going to zoom in. This is so weird because this does the opposite of the way that I normally scroll in and out. It's backwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. It's like to zoom in, I have to scroll back toward me, and to zoom out, I have to scroll toward it.
Yeah, no, that's confusing.
It is, isn't it? But in any case, we're back in the carousel room now.
Right? Aren't the dark tunnel and the path to the stream connected? We didn't forget
There was a
path
crack
near
that
stream
we
and the dark tunnel.
path through stream,
Or are they
dark
not?
tunnel.
Yeah, aren't those connected?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, did we
When I
not
moved
just explore over there?
No, we did not. It was all a dream. I neglected to connect those up on the map, I'm afraid. Sorry. But the good news is we have narrowed down quite a lot when it comes to, the carousel room. We have now only 2 directions left.
Okay. We still have west out of the dragon room and is there
Yeah, sorry, let me
and then
Take a look
and west out of the cool room, right?
Yeah. So we can, and then we've got that cobwebby corridor through that crack, wherever that goes.
Right.
So we'll have directions to go in, depending on where we end up here.
All right. So west.
I'm gonna save again real quick. Okay, here we go. Yes, we shall head west. Back in the riddle room.
Damn it.
That's okay. We'll get there. Okay, it's northwest back to this. Carousel room. We want to go either west or south. We don't know if it'll happen. We'll try going west again. Ah! Menhir room. Menhir? Menhir? Menhir. 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 Menhir.
Minier.
Menhir. This is a large room which was evidently used once as a quarry. Many large limestone chunks lie helter-skelter around the room. Some are rough-hewn and unworked, others smooth and well-finished. One side of the room appears to have been used to quarry building blocks, the other to produce menhirs, standing stones. Ah! Would have been a while ago then if that's kind of... Obvious passages lead north and south. Okay, so I think we just... Well, I don't know. No, we went... It has to be north. North is the carousel room, I think. Yeah.
So
Okay.
the room south of the carousel room.
Yeah. One particularly large menhir, at least 20 feet tall and 8 feet thick, is leaning against the wall, blocking a dark opening leading southwest. On this side of the menhir is carved an ornate letter F. I happen to know a thing. But I mean, it's the Wizard of Frobozz. He cast a spell named Fence. I think all of his spells start with the letter F, I think, from what I've heard.
Okay.
I know we don't have enough evidence for that yet in-game, but I'm remembering something. Again, haven't played the game, but it's a thing I heard. I'm going to go ahead and, first off, the first thing I actually want to do right now is, I want to see if this is an actual word. It is, and according to Google, they say it.
Menhir.
Menhir. Okay.
Good. There are men here.
There are men here.
Got it.
Don't know how right that is. I'm not gonna go tracking down secondary sources right now though. Some are rough hewn and unworked. Okay, so we've got limestone, possibly. I don't know if that's helpful. It doesn't. It's not. Yeah. Get rock. The minier weighs many tons and is 8 feet wide. You can't even get a grip on it, much less move it. Obvious passages lead north and south. One particularly large menhir, at least 20 feet tall and 8 feet thick, is leaning against the wall, blocking a dark opening leading southwest. Oh yeah, I need to put in the other exits before I forget. And actually, I just need to put this room. And the room. I need to put the room in also, because that too would be helpful. Let me do that. Okay. This is the menhir room. And so this leads to the menhir room. And let's see, what was it? North and south, and then there's a large menhir with an F carved into it that blocks the southwest. Which I'm wondering if that's connected to the wizard in some way. Just because, you know, it could be. Are we at like the edge? Can we go no further? Oh.
Do we have to move everything up?
We might. I mean, you know, no, we shouldn't have to. Look at that. The center's right down there. I do not know. It would be nice if I could grab hold of this freaking thing and move it differently. But apparently, no. There's more room to play with, I guess.
No, like control and click, or shift click, or
nope.
Either of those in right click.
Map settings, application settings. I don't know. Yeah, I will learn this one day. In the meantime, we do have more room. It's just that it's weird and finicky and all that.
Okay.
But yeah, I am going to go ahead and drag everything up a little bit, though.
Just to make it easier.
To make my life easier. Yeah, so we've got this...
Okay, so the southwest is being blocked by the F in chat.
Yes. You can't see any F here. Okay.
Good, because I don't give an F.
Yeah, me neither. Apparently this menhir isn't either. So we could follow the passage to the south, I guess. That's the only other thing I can think of in here, unless we want to, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright. This we now do. Stairway. A marble stairway leads down into the gloom, and a passage leads north. Simple enough.
And down.
Yeah, so that is down. Alright, here we go. Into the gloom we go. Oddly angled room. This is a room with oddly angled walls and passages in all directions. I'm getting concerned. The walls are made of some glassy substance. The marble stairway leads upward. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow.
Good.
It'd be nice if I could zoom in a better way. I thought I had more room, and it took it away from me.
I guess you have to move it as you use it?
Yeah. Huh, okay, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, if I zoom away from the thing. Okay. Look at these orcs. I already know. This is an oddly angled room. This feels mazy to me. I don't know.
Okay.
But I gotta find out that. Okay. But let's see. So
Well, there are
exits and
exits
passages in all directions. It says. I don't know if that includes up and down, but it might.
Okay.
It's also oddly angled, which means that there might be disorientation involved. I'm gonna go ahead and create little threads off of here, off of this room, just so that I so that we have it at least. But I am concerned.
Go ahead and do another one out of the bottom for up down.
Yeah, just in case. All right. So.
All right.
Oh wait, you know what?
Yep,
Oh wait,
yep.
Yep. North.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. You know, I'm gonna put that there. That feels better to me, for no reason. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Why not? Okay, so what do we think? Okay, never mind. What do we think? Keep going down?
Sure.
Ah, alright. Let's see. I'm gonna save here before anything else happens. Because just in case this is something where it's a lot of the same.
Oddly angled.
Yep. Alright. I'm gonna go down. And I want to see if it puts us in the same room again. Sword is glowing though, so maybe? Maybe not. On the floor is a very small diamond-shaped window which is flickering dimly. A long wooden club lies on the ground near the diamond-shaped. We need to put our inventory somewhere. The club is curiously burned at the thick end. A wooden club on the ground near the diamond-shaped window. Club's curiously burned at the thick end. Sword's no longer glowing. I like the idea of the gazebo, except we might get trapped there. The carousel room almost is like the central room.
Yeah.
Like, except that it's spinning all over the place.
Yeah, you can always get back there to get the stuff, but can you get back to where you want to go?
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe if we decide to create a home base, maybe it should be something like somewhere like around near the end, like the path or the dark tunnel or something. Or I mean, we could go all the way back to the shallow ford, I guess, where there's light. But
well, there's light in the topiary.
There is light in the topiary. I mean, we could just put it in the garden, in the middle of the garden, just dump stuff there, maybe. Yeah. That gazebo is awfully convenient.
There's no thief currently.
That's true.
That we're aware of.
Yeah. So it's not so much about taking objects, it's more about just waiting for the wizard to show up and mess with us.
Yeah.
So
really,
said,
I guess the carousel room is kind of still the best option.
We know we're going to keep ending up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can drop stuff there. For now, we'll see what happens.
You want to
Point
go
being,
up
if I try to get the club, I don't think it's going to let me. Yep. I don't want to drop anything here though.
Do you want to go up, see if we can get back in, and
That'd be
then?
Good. Let me check this window.
Diamond?
Okay.
Cool. Cool. Good talk.
Yep. Good talk. Good talk. Okay. I'm just gonna make a note that that's there. There's a club and a diamond-shaped window down there. This is another oddly angled room. We'll see how this goes.
And that was attached down.
Passages in all directions, it says. Yeah, but this was down. So I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna take it as read that it's all directions. For right this second. I'm just gonna try going back up. Before I try to do anything else.
Okay.
Floor is a very small diamond-shaped window, which is... Was that always there? Wrong. Look at the transcript, Jim. This is the same room. I think. Almost, well, let me... Well,
No, wait.
hang on.
Oddly angled room. This is room.
Hang on, let me... Sorry, I gotta reopen this. There we go. Except there's no club here.
And also, there's the stairs going up.
Yeah, so it doesn't take us back. Going back up doesn't take us back, but I mean, that's not surprising. This is a different thing. It's just, it connects to this room. We just don't know quite how yet. I wonder if I can change custom. There we go. Gonna leave it as a question mark for now. So up, if mapping does anything, then, if mapping does anything, then this took us to another oddly angled room. That is basically the same thing, with a small diamond-shaped window. Which flickers, and that's it.
Did you put the club in there?
I did not. You hit your head against the diamond-shaped window as you attempt this feat. Okay. Okay. I'm now at a point I'm like, shall I just copy this room? Can I copy this room? I can. Great.
Okay.
All right. So this is also all directions. I guess we'll wander around.
Yeah.
A bit till we figure this out or decide to restore the game. One of those two things. Should we just keep trying to go up? Will that help? What do we think? Do we want to see what happens when we go down?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know if this loops back around or not.
Yeah. Let's try.
Let me make sure that I'm not losing myself here. Hang on. I just want to make sure. Okay, this was the first one. Then we went down to the club. And then we went up, and then there's this other one. And then we went down again, and then there's another one. Okay, alright. I just wanted to make sure that that's what I was seeing, because I need to put the word club here. Okay, we went down. And again, this is... no clue.
Okay.
I don't know if these
Right.
are all the same room or what. I guess the way to find out would be to keep going down and see if it just keeps looping around.
Okay.
I have a suspicion. We saved the game.
We did. Yeah.
Oh. It took down away.
Okay.
How many downs was...
Don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay.
So let's pick another direction.
Alright.
Let's just go. Yeah, just go north until it tells us
Just
we
keep
can.
going north? Alright. Alright.
Okay.
Which is dark. There's a small diamond-shaped window which is dark.
Oh. No, follow the light.
Follow the light?
Yeah.
So... there's no light in this
So
room.
go south. So go south.
South.
Yeah. So
We're back in the room with the club.
okay. So my thought is, if we go a direction where the window is not flickering dimly or brighter, I figure we want to find the most bright light. So
Was it
from this room?
was it bright?
Well, I think we're looking for it to get brighter
Okay.
because we
All
just
right.
went and found dark.
Okay. So that was okay, so that was cold and we're looking for warm.
Right.
Alright. Gotcha. So
Zorks.
we keep going south, maybe?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So try south. Faint blue.
Back in the oddly angled room with the staircase. We're back.
Okay.
We found our way back to the staircase. We went. I don't know if mapping this is gonna help.
No. Yeah. I think we just have to follow the light. Yeah. I don't think mapping this is gonna help.
I don't know if there's gonna be any point here. Okay. All right. So that's. And sword is glowing, which means there's something in some adjacent room. There's something bad. But in the meantime, what I'm wondering is, do we want to trouble ourselves with this giant diamond to walk around in yet?
Yeah, I'd get rid of the 3 bottom ones, and then we'll figure out where we get out.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's the thing with the club. At least we know that happens, but I don't know if it happens.
But we should be able to go. My guess is any direction you go might take us to that room.
Yeah, we
from
don't
this
know if
room.
any of these directions are reliable.
Right.
So we'll play with that later. If there is patience for such things, or I might do something else. Let's see.
Well,
I think. Go ahead.
We're gonna go for what? Another.
This thing's maybe another like 15, 20 minutes, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Feel like
So
that?
let's go poke around.
Okay. Yeah. We've got one more room to find through the carousel.
We know we can get back out.
Yes. I'm wondering if we should restore back to an earlier point to conserve lantern the turns we were down in there with the lantern. Would that help? I don't know.
No, you know what? Let's see if we figure it out first.
Yeah.
I'd leave that save where it is, and let's just go until we.
Yeah. It's fair. All right. So we'll go back up. Stairway.
Yeah.
North.
So go back. Are we going to drop the stuff off?
Oh, or wait, are we trying to poke around? Wait, when you said poke around?
Yeah, I was thinking just poke around the oddly shaped room.
Oh, okay.
So we try to figure it out.
Yeah, sure, okay. Do you want to just drop some stuff off at the stairway? Is that what we're doing? We can pick up.
I don't even think we need to drop anything yet. Like, we don't know when we need that club, or right now we're just trying to figure out how to get out of this room.
The club is
so
a place marker at this point.
Right.
Okay, yeah, okay, we can do that. I was starting to, well, anyway. When you get map anxiety. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, what I'm saying is, let's not use the map. Let's just go see if we can figure out some patterns with moving around.
And just keep all of our inventory?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, here we go. Alright. So, we can go anywhere.
Okay, so the first oddly angled room does not have the window.
It does not.
Okay. So let's go east. We haven't tried that way.
Sword is no longer glowing. We've got the window.
Okay.
Keep going
so east again?
Right.
Yeah.
Same.
Alright, and then east.
No way to go in that direction.
Okay, so it's 2 moves, 1 direction. Right? East, stopped.
Yeah, this time, yeah.
Okay. So, let's go west. Let's go west twice.
Okay.
West.
Okay. Keep going.
Try it again.
No way to go in that direction. But, a strange little man in a long cloak suddenly appears in the room. He's wearing a high-pointed hat. Embroidered with astrological signs, he has a long, stringy, and unkempt beard. The wizard draws forth his wand and waves it in your direction. It begins to glow with a faint blue glow. The wizard, in a deep and resonant voice, speaks the word float. He cackles gleefully. Slowly, you and all your belongings rise into the air, stopping after about 5 feet.
All right. Instead of waiting this out, do we want to load?
Sure, we can do that. 'Cause I don't think I could go back east. Unless, can we plan to do that by flapping your arms? The wizard is really more annoying than anything else.
Yeah.
Hearing everything. Okay. Do we want to go back to, how far back do we want to go? The first time, or I guess we can go back to the first time. There's no discernible difference.
To the first time. Yeah.
All right, here we are.
Okay. So try that again. So west twice. Let's see if it does the same thing.
Okay. Sword's no longer glowing. West took us back to the club again. Flickering dimly.
And west again.
Dark window.
Okay. So go east.
We want to try going west or just... Okay.
No, go east, because I think the dark is... Ugh.
Ah! No way to go in that direction. Wizard has shown up again. Feeble! And once you feel very tired, in fact,
we lose
you're so weak,
inventory
you drop
space.
the brick. Yep. There's also a feeble spell. So I guess we'll restore then. That's interesting though. Yeah.
Hasn't shown up in forever. He has to wait until we're trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I mean this maze might be. I mean, the thief showed up more frequently in his maze, so I mean it makes sense the wizard would show up more frequently in this one.
Okay.
Where to? It is interesting because we went west twice and then we tried to go east and we couldn't go that way. We
Right.
hit the dark. What do we think now?
All right, let's try it again. Let's go south.
South. Dark window immediately.
Okay, so let's go back north.
No way to go in that direction.
All right, so go east.
Back to the stairway.
Okay, so we're in the original room.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go west.
No way to go in that direction. Shifting around us. Directions are changing.
So I think we have to.
Some sort of random thing going on. But yeah, go ahead.
I think we have to follow the light, and we. All right. So if we go down from here.
Wait a minute. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. No, you want to go down?
Sure.
All right. Club is on the ground. That happened consistently.
Okay.
Curiously burned at the thick end.
All right. Let's try to go down again.
Wait a minute. Let's assume for a second this is not a torch. Or maybe it is a torch. I wonder if the club is supposed to go into the window for whatever reason.
Okay. You want to drop the brick, pick up the club, and...
Yeah. The words Babe Flathead are burned into the wood. Wait a minute.
Babe Flathead?
Yes. Baseball bat.
Oh.
A long wooden club lies on the ground near the diamond-shaped window.
So we treat it like baseball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to leave this brick here, or do we want to get the club instead? This might actually be navigable in some weird fashion.
All right. So no. So we run it like a baseball diamond.
Yeah.
So we go.
Depends on which way is which way is where, right?
Right. So if we go southeast, like if you're looking at a diamond, normally they show home plate to your left, right? First base would be down. Second base would be to the right. Third base would be up, and then back home. So, right.
Yeah.
So if we have a diamond,
Yeah.
and we start at home and we head towards first base, so then we'll go southeast until we hit. Maybe it's a bright white light when it's on a plate.
Yeah. On the floor is a small diamond-shaped window flickering. So, let's say if we assume that this is like one of the plates.
Yeah. So let's go. We went down. What once? Yeah.
Do we want to leave the brick here, or what do we want to do with this one?
Oh, I don't know.
Because inventory management, alas.
Well, if we can figure it out, we can come back and just do it.
Okay,
right?
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
you're thinking southeast first. You said because I guess
yeah. Let's try it.
Trying to figure out the configuration here.
It'd be southeast, and then when we get to a base,
okay,
we'll start going
because the
northeast.
home plate's on the west is what you're saying. So
right.
Southeast, northeast, northwest, southwest.
Northwest, southwest.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We can try that. So southeast, dimly glowing. Northeast.
No. Okay.
Glowing.
So we made it to a base.
So it's now glowing. So then we go northwest and southwest?
Well,
Because southeast, northeast, northwest. So we're like on second now, I would think. Northwest, southwest.
yeah.
It is glowing brighter.
Okay.
Sorry. Was there a...
Yeah. Well, no, I'm
another-
trying to figure out, like, okay. Yeah.
All right. Glowing brightly. You hear a strange rusty squeal echoing in the distance. Oddly angled room. Room with we made it back here.
Okay.
On the floor is a small diamond-shaped window which is glowing serenely.
All right.
So something might have changed at this point. I don't know what.
Okay. So, we came from up, so let's try down.
Okay. Briefly, I'm gonna save again.
Okay.
We're still carrying the bat. The brick is here. 16. Down?
Sure.
You can't go that way.
No. Okay. So we just made it southwest, so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I guess let's continue around.
Just keep running the bases?
So, yeah.
Alright.
Let's see what it says. What the next glowing is.
Glowing serenely. 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 Serenely.
Okay. Let's try going east.
Like the baseball
twice.
diamond is an actual diamond or something.
Yeah.
Can I try going east?
Let's go. Yeah, try going east.
Back to the staircase.
Okay.
The floor has swung down at the end of the stairway to reveal a secret passage leading down into unrelieved darkness.
We had to run the bases, and now we have.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can restart and run the bases. Or
Right.
we can restart, go drop the stuff off, and then run the bases.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah, that works. Do we want to do that right now, or do we want to hang back and do that next time? I'm good either
we
way.
can do that next time. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and
We
save it
figured
here.
a thing out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good because then we can basically restore back to a point where we will have more lantern light available.
Right.
I also wonder if we could have done that whole thing with the lamp off, because there's a glow.
Because of the glowing light. Yeah.
Maybe. All right. So that was 16. This is 17. Passage open. Very cool. We solved the thing!
That's the most productive I feel.
Yeah. In all fairness, I did hear somewhere that there was like a baseball thing that happened in this game, so that did stick.
I never would have connected the babe and a bat.
Yeah, it was there was something about, I remembered vaguely something. There was a podcast I listened to, and there was a mention of that. It was actually listening to that episode of that podcast that made me realize I had not in fact played through Zork 2.
Right.
And I was like, I'd better not listen to the rest of this, essentially. Or the next one, basically. So I listened to the one on Zork 2, and then I was like, I have not done this. And so I did not listen to the one on Zork 3. Anyway.
Awesome.
There we go. Okay. Back to us. Excellent. Okay, so that was cool. That was very cool. That's going to be very interesting when we come back to that. We can essentially do a little bit of inventory management, a little bit of saving of light, and kind of figure it out from there.
Right.
And just kind of work it. Did we decide if we want to deposit things in the carousel room or in the topiary area or the garden?
I think the carousel room is the way to go.
Okay. Yeah. Sooner or later we'll get all of the exits to that room. We'll figure out perhaps how to turn it off. I don't know. Maybe this is how, actually. We might be this leads down into something. It might be a control mechanism for that thing. Who knows?
Oh, hopefully. I
One
mean,
can but hope. Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be like behind some locked door, but
yeah,
so,
probably.
Yeah, we've gotten most of the directions from the carousel figured out.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of weird stuff.
We've identified some puzzles that we need to find the answers to.
Yeah. I think we've made a good amount of progress here.
Yeah.
Very cool. I liked the I liked the dragon. It was a little weird, sort of just oh, he's there, and he's gonna follow you now.
Oh, he's there. Oh, he's still there.
Yeah. Sort of the way they're doing that. This is appreciably different from the previous Zork, I think, so far. And I like seeing sort of a thing that it feels kind of like a continuation, but you're seeing things very differently. So,
yeah. No, I agree. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is cool. All right. So, you have anything? Did you have anything you wanted to plug or talk about or anything that?
No.
Or we?
I'm boring right now.
Wander off. No worries. Okay, so, and we have all done this without looking at the map, which is remarkable. So let's see. Today is Thursday. So on this channel on Saturday, we are returning to Invisible Sun for our final run of things. So just very much looking forward to getting back into that and seeing how that goes. We have on Tuesday nights we have our short campaign of Cult Divinity Lost that we do, and that's the things are very tense in that game right now. It's wonderful. It's a deep horror. We just found out there's a place that was an old rundown, broken down, abandoned hospital that we've discovered now has always had people working there and has always been functioning. So it's timelines have changed. So that'll be interesting. Right now, I do have sign-ups open for a campaign of Don't Rest Your Head that I want to try to do over the next few months. Have not had a huge response as of yet, so this particular thing I want to do with it kind of requires there to be several players, so I don't know if it'll be manageable, but we'll see. So if anyone's interested, I mean, signups are going through the 19th.
That is such a fun game.
It is. It is. So I think we're playing it. I think part of it is that we're playing it on Fridays and people may be busy, so we'll see. I mean, if it doesn't work out, I'll just hang. We'll hang back and I'll try it again later, and when I have more days open, to give a choice, and we'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, I'm hoping to get. I get the urge to run it about every year, and it's that time again, and I'll have to see how this goes. So if anyone wants to look into that, you can go down below and click on RPG sign up, or go to gym.com and click on game sign up. As always, beginners are welcome. I thank you all very much for watching. We may possibly go and visit someone after we hit the end card. There are several people streaming right now. I still have to figure out who's doing what. I was not looking over there a moment ago. But feel free to hang on if you're so inclined and say hi to them with us, whoever we see. That'll be after we hit the end card. In the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. We will be back here in 2 weeks, where we shall continue to try to puzzle through that which the wizard has put in front of us. So we will see you later. Take care, folks.
Thanks. Bye.